welcome back to Trucking with Velox 18. Today we got a special video. I'm going to show you guys a little bit about the Blue Ink Tech air scales. I'm going to put these in, install these, and we're going to show you guys how that works, and we'll see how they work, man. Because I've been needing to get some scales for my axle weights. You guys have seen when I was going through Oklahoma about a year ago, I got busted. I got busted overweight on my trailer tandems by more than 1,000 pounds. He said, we give 1,000 pound leeway. If you would have just been close within 1,000 pounds on the axle weight, we would have let you roll on by, but I wasn't. I was way off. They had loaded me very heavy in the back, and I just never checked it. You know, I just assumed that the guy in the warehouse knew what he was doing, but he didn't. So to avoid situations like that and to save money on cat scale tickets, I'm gonna go ahead and give these a try and see what happens. So I'm gonna install them right now, show you guys how easy it is. All you need is a box cutter, and shoot, we'll get things going. But first, we still gotta roll the music. All right, so you just need to put the scale in between this leveling valve. You guys see what a leveling valve looks like. If you've never been under a truck, this does exactly what it says it does. It's a valve that relieves pressure to level out the truck, level out the load, make sure you stay even. So this is my line from this one that goes over here to the leveling valve. So I think this is like the nicest, easiest, cleanest place for me to try to install that. So I think I'm gonna put it there, and shoot, that's how we're gonna roll. Yeah, let's do it. All right, so I just dropped the air out of the bags. I'm gonna wait until the air is done evacuating out of the airbag system. And now we're just gonna take our handy dandy box cutter, try and make a nice level cut. And now we'll put the scale on. Like so. And it just clamps on there. No tools needed. So you get it. Let me see if I can show you guys. See how there's the little inside piece? So that goes obviously inside the hose. And the gray part clips around it. And boom. Alright, now we're going to air these bags back up. I want you guys to listen for any air leaks. Make sure I didn't mess it up. Make sure this thing is working properly. And we'll see how we go. All right, we got air in the system. We've got no air leaks right there. Let's go to the trailer. And so that line right there goes there, comes over here and tees with the front bag and comes over here to the leveling valve. So I'm thinking this is where I want to be, right here. I just got to remove this this little bit of protective sheet. Yeah, we'll just peel that off and cut it. But and this is the bigger size, so they sent me 2 different sizes. Luckily, we've got this size ready to rock and roll. So I think that's where I'll put it here. I still have air in here. I can't deflate it. I'm trying to figure out. I know there's something I can do on the leveling valve, but I don't really want to take the time to do that. I might just cut it and let the air bleed out while I'm under it. And boom, there you go. It is installed. Really took no time at all. Pretty easy. All right, now all that's left to do is scan the QR code and download the app, put the QR code in for these readings, and then we gotta go get an empty weight at the scale. Then we'll go get loaded, and then we'll get a full weight, a loaded weight. and then it should be calibrated and ready to rock and roll. So that's what I'm gonna do next. Let's go. All right, I told you guys I'm not the brightest bulb, right, in the box. I'm not the sharpest crayon in the box. I'm not the whatever those sayings are. All those sayings, I don't work on my own truck. It's not my forte, right? I'm kind of dumb. So I put, where'd that little guy go? Hold on one second, let me get it out of the box. So the one I put on the truck, it fit the airline, right? But there was no Bluetooth thing connected to it. So I went to connect it and I'm like, hey, wait a second. I know that this little valve thing isn't a Bluetooth. I know that already in my head. So why did I just put it on there like that? So what I did was I had, he sent me 2 Bluetooth things with multiple fittings for different sizes of hoses. So all I had to do was switch out the Bluetooth little doogad and put it in place of this little valve stem thing. So pretty simple, pretty easy. And now both of my trailer and my truck are showing up on the app. So I'll show you guys that real quick. See, I put it on right there. See how that looks different? All right, we'll hop up here on the cat scale to get our empty weight. All right, and here's my tear weight. So that is what we're looking at right now, and I'll input that into the app, and then we'll go get loaded and put in our loaded weights, and it should be calibrated. All right, took us a little while to get loaded, but we're gonna head on our way now back just around the corner over here to the pilot and get on that cat scale, and we'll get our loaded scale ticket, and we will calibrate this thing with its loaded weight, so that way we can we can be as accurate as possible. You want to do it, you don't want to go with like a tear weight that you've taken in the past. You don't want to go with like, oh well, you know, this is pretty much, I know the weight because I've done this load before. Like, you want it to be, you know, like to the minute accurate with your fuel level and everything, because you want this thing to be an accurate reading for you when you you know, if you are running at 79,000 plus pounds, you want to be able to know that your axles are good. You may be able to know that your gross is good, but you know, you need to know that your axles are 100%. You know, for those of you who may not know, you get 34,000 per tandem axle. So the drive tandems, the trailer tandems each get an allotment for 34,000 pounds, and the steer tires get 12,000 pounds, the steer axle. So you can be at, you know, 79,000 pounds, legal under 80,000 gross, and yet illegal on your axles, and still end up with an overweight ticket. So, which I mentioned that happened to me rolling through Oklahoma about a year ago. So that's what happens. You're underweight, but you're not. But your axles are overweight. So we're gonna hop back on this scale and we'll get our ticket and then we'll calibrate. All right, now we got our scale ticket. We're pulled off here to the side, so I'm gonna go ahead and just input this stuff into the app, and I'll show you guys what it looks like on the app. So check it out. All right, we've got the app open. We're gonna hit this settings button. We're gonna hit calibrate. Let's see. All right, sensor is ready for calibration. We're doing a heavy load calibration. Steer weight 11.2. Drive axle 27,520. And El Hueso Queso 25,980. All right, and now that we have that, should save it in there. Calibration has been saved. No, I don't want to scan the scale ticket. So now here we are. We've got an accurate weight of 64,700. Our cargo is 30,560, which is remarkably close to what they told me on the rate confirmation. That never happens. So we're looking good right here. We're looking good. All right, that's it, man. That's it. Blue Ink Tech air scales. I had seen them advertised on online, and I had been intrigued by them. I just never pulled the trigger on buying them. And now I can tell you that I should have. You know, I try not to take too many heavy loads, but if you're someone who takes heavy loads all the time, you're buying how many scale tickets a week, a month? You know, I just spent $15, $15.50 plus $3.50 for a reweigh. So if you are overweight on an axle, you got to slide tandems around and stuff, you could end up with, like, you know, 2 reweighs sometimes if you're you know, trying to dial something in. If you're right near 80,000 pounds, you might be spending some money on some scale tickets. So this is going to save you time, save you money. You're not going to have to backtrack. I know one time I had to backtrack, like, I don't know, it was either backtrack about 20 miles or it was go out of route about 10. I think I ended up going out of route about 10 miles. Maybe it was like 15 miles, but nevertheless, you know, you're running around trying to get scale tickets. You're paying for the scale tickets. This is going to save you money and save you time. Honestly, the time's worth more than the money at this point. Although the money, with the price of fuel and the cost of running a truck going up, it's like every little thing that you can do to shave off, you know, $15 from a load, it's good. It's a good investment. So anyway, Blue Ink Tech, I'm a fan. It was legitimately easy to install. They weren't lying. I'm used to people saying, oh, it's super easy, and then I tried to do it and I'm like, I can't do it. I'm such a nerd. But, you know, someone who has zero mechanic ability, honestly, all I needed was that box cutter. If you already know the size of your lines, then you don't even need, you know, you just order the size of the lines you need. I wasn't positive on which lines I even needed and stuff when I was ordering, so I just kind of told them, like, hey, I'm not with the truck, I can't see it, I don't know. And so he sent me a couple different options, and that's why I ended up having to switch the Bluetooth apparatus onto the other T, the little T valve. But other than that, I mean, that was the only hiccup that I had, and it wasn't even, you know, it literally took a wrench. So I had to have one tool, and I, you know, put the Bluetooth thing on there and switch it over to the right size. But if you order it the right size, because you're smarter than I am, you won't have that issue. So anyway, that's it, man. So go check it out. Blue Ink Tech air scales. Check them out. Love you guys. Peace out. See you on the next one.